Alrighty, so we're going to talk about the digestive system. It's a pretty cool system. It's where you eat, and eating's fun. So,
can you explain more about the digestive system? Like, what is the process of the digestive system?
well, your digestive system is where it breaks down your food into things called nutrients. And then, so first you eat food, and then it breaks it down into saliva, or it breaks it down with saliva, and once it's ready and all chewed up, it goes down the esophagus into the stomach, where it's like breaking down with acid and a bunch of stuff like that. And then it goes through the small intestine, and like some of it gets break down, different types of food, and then it goes into the large intestine and goes down, and then it goes out of your anus and gets eliminated, hopefully into the toilet, but that's your choice.
What are some of the parts that help with the digestive system, but the food doesn't go through?
There's the gallbladder, the pancreas, and the liver. The liver is actually the largest organ in your body. It produces bile. And the pancreas, some people have problems with their pancreas. That's why you have diabetes. And the gallbladder is it's underneath your liver. Yeah. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about the skeletal and muscular system. I was going to talk about a little bit of that today. So, Abby, what is the skeletal and muscular system?
The skeletal and muscular system work together. Without either of them, you wouldn't have anything, literally anything. What are you doing?
You'd be a blob.
Okay. And without your skeletal system, you would be floating around. Without your muscles, you wouldn't even be able to lift a little piece of paper.
Yeah, bones are what gives you structure. So you want bones. You want muscles so you can
lift stuff. Okay. You bodybuilder.
Play sports, be strong. All right. Name off some of the bones for me.
Some of the bones. My favorite is the clavicle.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's my favorite. It's right here because it's clavy.
Just
and then
go from head to toe.
Head, all of them. There's 206 bones in the human body.
Okay, we'll name off the important ones from head to toe.
Well, this is your radius, and this is your ulna. This is your clavicle, and then this. Then you have your ribs, your rib cage, because our hearts are wild creatures.
That one was mine.
No, okay. And then you have your phalanges, and then your metatarsals, and your patella, and your tibia, and your fibula. Fibula's on this side, tibia. And then that's all the important ones. Oh, one more that's so important is your sternum. Back here, right there, yeah.
Yeah, and your femur's biggest bone in your body.
Oh yeah, your femur is the biggest bone in your body.
Patella?
It's like this big. It's your patella. So.
Yeah. Okay. So, can you name off the 3 different types of muscles?
The 3 different types of muscles. They're smooth, cardiac, and skeletal. Those are the 3 types of muscles. Muscles are connected by. What are they connected by? Tendons.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Okay. There are joints in your. Okay. There are also joints in your bones. There's the hinge joint, the gliding joint, the
pivot joint.
pivot joint.
Pivot, gliding, hinge, ball and socket.
Yeah.
And there's a couple more.
Those are the important ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So, moving on. Okay. So, tell us a little about muscles.
Well, I kind of explained muscles, but muscles are an important part of your body every single day. And I'll name off a couple. This is your sartorius. It's like a really long one. It's like it's the longest muscle in your body. It's crazy. And so, you have your gracilis. It's like right here next to your sartorius. And then you have your biceps, and then you have your deltoid right here, and then you have your quadriceps, and there's 4 different kind of muscles in there, which is really cool. So
Yeah. So
wait. My favorite one is the I can't say it. The tibulus anterior. The tibulus anterior, and it is your tibia's right here, and it protects your tibia. It's really cool.
So, to get your muscles are made out of protein. How are muscles connected?
Muscles are connected, like I said, by what was I gonna say? By tendons, and tendons are made out of muscles are made out of protein.
And tendons are made out of fiber.
Yeah. So
Like the kind that you would make in a balloon, kinda.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all we have for muscles and bones.
System kind of works with your circulatory system, but we'll get to that later. So, breathing starts. It can either start in your nose or your mouth, but first it has to go. But your nose is like your main thing. Okay, so your nose, you breathe in, and it goes down your throat, back of your throat, or trachea. Then it goes through things called bronchial. They're in your lungs, and then after the bronchi like get it all, then it releases it into the lungs, and then it goes into alveoli, and yeah, and after you breathe, it carries oxygenated blood to your heart, and your heart pumps, and like it keeps your blood going. So yeah, you kind of need this. And yeah, so keep breathing. When you breathe, when you breathe in, your diaphragm expands, and when you breathe out, your diaphragm
goes smaller.
It gets smaller.
De-expands. I don't know how you say that. Well, we're talking about the circulatory system. Circulatory system is made up of your heart, veins, and arteries. Veins and arteries are pretty much roadways for blood. We have a bunch of them. If you're really pale, sometimes you could see them. And yeah, your heart, when it pumps, the blood comes through, and it fills up your heart, and then it goes through arteries, and your artery carries thicker blood. What are you doing? Don't. Your body, it carries thicker blood, so because the arteries are stronger. And sometimes if you pinch it, when you get hurt and you're bleeding, it's really bad if you're close to an artery. So it goes through all these arteries and stuff. It goes through some of the right atrium, right ventricle, and all those. And it goes through lots of tubes, lots and lots of tubes. And then it sends deoxygenated blood throughout your body, which is really cool. And it goes through your veins. Like every second of every single day, you're either breathing or blood is going through your body, which is like so cool and rad because blood is pretty sweet.
Yeah, basically you breathe in air, and it goes through your lungs to your heart, and it carries like oxygenated and deoxygenated blood through to your veins and arteries, and it keeps your blood pumping, and so you can stay alive.
Yeah.
And
pretty much when you breathe in and then all that oxygenated blood goes to your heart, then the heart deoxygenated gets deoxygenated blood and sends it throughout your body. Because when people say your blood is blue, it actually is blue because it doesn't have oxygen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And did you know that your heart muscle is the strongest muscle in your body because it never, ever, 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 ever stops? Well, until you die, but.